raising your hands if you have this desire to be beautiful.
I am.
Exactly.
You are
Exactly.
stunning. I love that response. Yes, we are all beautiful, and we do have the desire to be beautiful. And this desire, it's a good thing because it was put there by the creator of beauty. And sometimes we will ask those around us, do I look okay? Does my hair look okay? I don't want to ask that question because I've been outside and how many times. So I don't know what I look like at the moment. But we ask people these things, and we even go as far as to ask in those on social media, do you think I look okay? And even though we are asking the correct questions, we are asking the wrong crowd. Because there's only one person whose opinion matters most, and that is the one who created you.
Amen.
And the one that created you to be beautiful. Real beauty begins with God, and therefore something beautiful, something becomes beautiful when it has the fingerprint of God on it. And we see this in the sunset, a field of flowers, and when we look at the ocean. Everything that God has created is beautiful. But He created one thing more beautiful than everything else that He created, and that is you. People are God's masterpieces, and we find this in Ephesians 2 verse 10. And He took time to create you exactly the way you are, and exactly the way He wanted you to be. He didn't mess up, and He doesn't have any regrets. You are perfect just the way you are.
Amen.
And who better to ask if you are beautiful than the author and the creator of beauty? And this afternoon, as we're going to indulge on some informative tips of beauty, may you always remember that your beauty lies within God.
Amen.
We are going to hand over to Cindy at this moment, as she's going to share some informative tips on how to maintain your beauty.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so glad you could make it, even though it's very cold. And so I'm going to continue in the vein that Ashwin was sharing with all of us, that God revealed through beauty is how we should look at things. Both the world and the Word hold forth beauty as a gift from God for our delight to honor Him as the master creator. Psalms 19 verse 1 to 4 says, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky above proclaims His handiwork. Day to day pours out speech, and night to night reveals knowledge. There is no speech, nor are there words whose voice is not heard. Their voice goes out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. And that just encapsulates how everything in life portrays and emulates God, the Creator, and the beauty that He created. The world and everything in it is God's work of art. God has made Himself evident through the powerful poem of the universe. If beauty demands to be noticed, we must take note. Both the world and the Word call us to behold the sovereign Creator God. As we see in the Word, all the beauty of this world points beyond itself to the breathtaking beauty of God Himself. Beauty is a powerful signpost that calls out to all, look and see, the one true God is good. And so, God created nature. He created the stars, the universe, the sun, the moon, the trees. He created us, and we are made in His image, and we are all beautiful in our own rights. And that is why He said He created nature, or these herbs, for mankind, not just to heal us as we normally speak about, but also to beautify us so that we can represent God's true immaculate personage, so to say. Because we are walking examples, or as Sister White says, little moons we should be of the reflection, because the moon reflects the sun, God is the sun, we reflect. So that is how we should think of ourselves as well, and be proud in humility, in walking in our righteous Christian character that we find through Him. But today I'm going to talk about how God created herbs and nature to actually help us with our bodies and to beautify us as well. So there are 4 different types of agents, natural beautifying agents that we find in nature. The one is called niacinamide, and these things you will normally hear with when they speak about facial cosmetics or facial skin regimes or stuff like that. Niacinamide is vitamin B3 basically, which helps build the proteins in your skin structure, and it locks in this moisture. And this is sort of to help the skin prevent environmental damage from actually affecting the skin and causing skin damage or cell damage. It improves the skin's elasticity and firmness. It reduces inflammation and acne, because inflammation basically is just a sign that something is wrong. So it minimizes that. So, you know, when you have psoriasis or itching or anything like that, that's what niacinamide helps with. It is anti-wrinkle. It regulates your oil sebum balance, and it treats hyperpigmentation, which are like little spots or discoloration in the skin. And these things can be found in meat, fish, milk, eggs, green veggies, and cereals. The next one is something we all know, but we hardly realize that it's actually used for the skin as well. It is called ascorbic acid, which basically is vitamin C. So yes, normally we ingest vitamin C because, you know, it boosts our immune system, keeps us healthy, and helps with a lot of cellular processes in our bodies. But it also is extremely good for the skin. It is an essential nutrient that plays a role in maintaining overall health of the skin and well-being. It is wound healing because it repairs the tissues in the skin. It was also used for scurvy, which is like what sailors used to get. It is antioxidant, so any of the environmental, you know, pollution and things that you find in the environment that affects your skin, it breaks down, it causes cell damage and so forth. So vitamin C fights that. It is a collagen synthesizer, so when your collagen is being produced, it actually boosts that whole process. And it boosts the tissue structure in your skin. So if you have abnormalities or whatever, vitamin C is good to put on. You can even you get those vitamin C tablets that you normally drink, but you can actually crush it and put it in your cream or coconut oil or anything and put it on your skin as well. And then it also locks in moisture in the skin, and it's found, as we know, in citrus fruits, berries, vegetables, and tomatoes. Then you get ceramides, which I'm sure everybody has heard of. So ceramides is basically, it's called a lipid layer, which basically means a fatty layer. But it's a very necessary fatty layer that is part of your skin. And your skin is the biggest organ on your body. So what you put on your skin gets absorbed into your blood and into your organs and cellular processes and so forth. So it's very important to know what you're putting on your skin, because oftentimes the things we put on our skin can actually cause a lot of the sicknesses and things that we have, issues, because those chemicals that are in there gets absorbed into the bloodstream and then goes into our system and causes all types of things. So what you put on your skin is very important. Try to stay as natural as possible, which is what we're talking about today, because it is to keep you healthy. So this lipid layer sort of holds the skin structure together, basically. So it plays a very important part in your skin, and it seals in moisture. It's like, you know, when you put Vaseline on it, like traps everything under there. That is basically what ceramides do, and they prevent transpiration, and transpiration is just basically evaporation of moisture, and you want to keep as much moisture on your skin as possible. And then it balances that moisture level. And it's also anti-aging, it's skin replenishing, and it protects your skin from damage as well. It is found in eggs, brown rice, soybeans, spinach, and dairy. Now, the best vitamins for your skin is vitamin A, B, C, and D. So vitamin A you find in sweet potatoes, kales, carrots, mangoes, and eggs. Vitamin B, which helps a lot with enzymatic processes. This is found in peas, avocado, chicken, banana. And then vitamin C, as you know, in your citrus fruits, but also in kiwis, strawberries, kale, and grapefruit. And then vitamin D, you find in milk, eggs, mushrooms, fish, and the sun. But the most, or the best type of vitamin D is from sunlight. So try and spend at least 20 minutes in the sun. Sun does not cause skin damage. It is your diet that is activated by the sun which causes tumor. So if you are eating an unhealthy fast food diet, that will cause problems. If you are eating a healthy plant-based diet, you won't have any skin issues because your skin needs the sun. Every cellular process needs vitamin D to unlock it, basically. So the vitamin D is absorbed into your skin and it combines with magnesium and this fatty lipid that's on top of it, and then it's absorbed into the cellular processes and building blocks of the proteins and so forth. So it is a very essential key in your overall general health as well. There was a study done where they took a group of rats and they fed them just plant-based foods. And then the other group, they fed just fast foods, McDonald's or whatever, and they put them both in the sun over a period of time. And the animals that were eating the plant-based foods thrived. They became healthier, more beautiful, more radiant. But the animals that had the fast food diet, they actually produced tumors and stuff. So that showed that it's not sun that causes cancer, it is your diet and the things that you put in your body that is activated, so to say, by the sun. So once again, it is very important what we put in our bodies and on our bodies, and that is why God gave us all these beautiful natural remedies, this healthy food, to help us inside and out to be the best that we can be for Him. So I just want to speak about some beauty benefits of different types of oil. So coconut oil, as we know, is very healthy for us, but on the outside it can also be used for oil pulling, which basically it absorbs all the bacteria in your mouth and in your gut and from your lymphatic system, and then you throw it out, so it basically regulates your gut and cleans your teeth and helps with whatever cavities and stuff you have there. But on your skin, it has amazing beautifying properties. It is a great moisturizer, especially for cracked cuticles, cracked lips, and cracked heels. It is a hair conditioner. It is a great massage oil. It also can be used as a SPF sort of sun protectant, if you will, because it will just help the sun absorb in proper levels in your body and not burn, because you basically, if you get too much sunburn, that is also what causes skin cancer. But anything that is too much is a problem, as you know. And then also it reduces wrinkles. Castor oil, we know of the great benefits inside the body. It also helps with lumps, bumps, tumors, all those types of things. It sort of breaks it away. It helps with your gut, healing your gut. Eye problems, ear problems, you can use castor oil. But castor oil on the skin is one of the most amazing things on the skin because it boosts collagen and it repairs the cell, the skin cells basically, and it's skin regenerative. So it's also very good for wounds and for scars. So if you have terrible scars, over time it fades away if you use castor oil regularly. Also stretch marks and those types of things because it does intensive skin regenerative healing. You can use it on your eyelashes, your eyebrows and your hair for growth, and it also helps with dandruff and it repairs the damage that was done to hair. Honey, as we know, it's one of the most amazing preservatives, natural preservatives. Honey has been found in some of the ancient pharaoh tombs and it is still good, thousands and thousands of years later. We know that to ingest honey is extremely good, but on the skin, it acts as a skin conditioner. For your skin, your hair and your nails. It smooths your skin. It's a great moisturizer. It is anti-aging. It also helps with burns. If you've burnt yourself, just put some honey on. And it works as a cleanser, exfoliator, and moisturizer. And that is basically all the amazing things that you find in nature that you can use, that you don't need to go and spend a lot of money on with these expensive beauty regimes and so forth. You must just learn to use what is around you. I think they're going to give out the gifts now, and then after everyone has received the gifts, I'll just explain more about the ingredients. Oh, okay. Right, so what we're giving you today is a hair growth oil, basically. And in there, it combats hair loss and promotes hair growth. So there's rosemary, neem oil, amla oil, cloves, and castor oil. That is the mixture that it's made of. Now, rosemary is an amazing circulation stimulant. So anything that stimulates circulation brings blood to the area. So with blood comes oxygen, comes nutrients, and everything that will boost activity in that area. That is why when you have a cut or wound, wherever circulation is very important, to take away all the old dirty blood and bring in new blood for healing to take place. So our scalps is the same thing. We get alopecia, we get hair loss, we get premature graying and all these things because of oxidative stress in life, diets, all these different types of stuff. And so when we use rosemary on our hair, it causes circulation, which then boosts your hair growth, so to say. It strengthens your hair and your scalp. It controls the dandruff, because dandruff is just a sign that there's inflammation in the area. And it also helps with alopecia. Alopecia is basically when your hair falls out like in big patches at a time. Then the neem oil. Now people normally only associate neem oil with gardening, but it is also very good for the skin. Neem oil has amazing regenerative properties and it promotes growth. It stimulates hair follicles, it nourishes your hair, and it helps with dandruff and itching, and it hydrates the ends of your hair. So instead of using what do you call that?
Serums.
Yeah, what is that serum called?
Silicone.
Silicone, there we go. So instead of using silicone, try and use some neem oil on the tips of your hair because it replenishes your split ends. Then amla oil. I know back in the day people used to use amla oil and then everything is it's green. I don't know if you still remember that. So it's oily, you can fry an egg on some people's head. But it's very healthy for your hair. So in here, we just use the powders and not the oils actually. So amla oil prevents graying. Whether it's premature graying or normal graying, it helps with graying. So when you use this, you'll see your graying will either stop or minimize a bit or so forth. Or for those who haven't invented, that's also a good thing.
I can imagine.
It cleanses your scalp because your scalp has a lot of toxic buildup from, you know, our perspiration, from the things that we put on our hair, and from the environment. A lot of pollution settles on our hair, and we don't realize the buildup that it causes. And that buildup is also a cause of a lot of our problems and the premature graying, so to say. So it basically cleanses the scalp of that buildup. It prevents hair fall out, and it increases your hair growth, and it is an antioxidant, so it fights all these free radicals that you find which causes damage. And then cloves, they promote hair growth, they treat dandruff, they curb hair loss, and they improve scalp health. And then castor oil, as we spoke about before, it is very good for your hair, promotes hair growth. It is anti-dandruff, so if you have dandruff, just rub a little castor oil on the places where you find you have dandruff. It is collagen boosting, so it will boost your hair on your head as well, so automatically more hair will grow and healthier hair will grow. It is skin regenerative, so it will also create healthier hair, and it boosts your hair growth. And so how you use it basically is you use it as a mask. So you put some on, it's a bit gooey. I added some coconut oil as well, just for some balance. So it looks a bit solidified right now, but coconut oil, it melts with room temperature. So just hold it in your hand a little while and you'll see it will melt into a normal viscous liquid. So then you just put some on your hair at night, or if you're just at home during the day, you leave it on overnight or for a few hours, and then you do your normal washing regime. Okay, any questions?
How much of it do you put on?
It is up to you. That is just a little, but it will give you enough of to be able to see an effect. You can then make your own afterwards because now you know what the ingredients are. So it depends on how long your hair is as well and how bad your problems are. You know, some people don't have hair fall out, hair loss or anything like that. So maybe they just want a healthy skin, scalp. But some do. Some have very thin hair like me. If I use it, I know that over time it will be thicker. So it's up to you and what your hair challenges are basically. But it is, please note, it is very messy. So put on a cap or wrap some cling wrap over it or shower cap or whatever works for you. Yeah, that's basically how you do it.
So a few drops, so does it last a week or longer?
Well, you can normally use it once a week.
Once a week,
Yeah.
okay.
But again, it depends on the length of your hair. But I would say, so if, for example, you wanted to affect your strand, the ends of your strands, then you would obviously put it all over if you want healthier, shinier, thicker hair. But if you have dandruff or graying, then you would maybe just put it on the scalp only instead of working it all the way through. So like I said, it depends on what your problems are. That will determine how you use it and how often.
So this particular one has the powder in it,
Yes.
not powder and the powder. Do you do it the same way as with the oil?
Yes.
So
That's why it's so dark. If you use the oil, it will be lighter in color, so it will be more like light brown, closer to how castor oil looks. But because we use the oil, the powders for the neem and the amla, this dark color, and then you just cook it until it boils, strain it, and then you put it in a container. So you can use fresh rosemary is always the best, but I mean you can use dried rosemary, rosemary powder, rosemary essential oils if you don't have, as long as it's just rosemary.
Is it a normal castor oil?
Yes.
A normal cheap one?
Yes.
No, not oil.
The expensive one is way too expensive, but the Hercules brand, which is quite cheap, that is what is used. It's just the expensive one, some of the byproduct chemicals are extracted through the process of how they draw out the oil from the seed, but it's negligible actually.
So yeah, you talk about oil pulling. Give us some more example or what is oil pulling?
Okay, oil pulling is for your teeth. So oil pulling is it's an extremely healthy practice. It is not only for your teeth, but it's for your gut health as well. So most diseases and everything comes from your gut. If you have a gut flora imbalance, you have all kinds of diseases. Also, your happy hormones and all those things are produced in the gut. So like your serotonin and all of that. So that's why sometimes when people have gut issues, they have depression and a whole lot of things like that. And they don't realize it's actually because of what is going on in your gut. And so gut health is extremely important, and you need to then use probiotics like kefir and sauerkraut and stuff like that. It's extremely important. But oil pulling basically does it from the top out, right? Everything else you would be ingesting. And if you use castor oil, you will put it in your navel, and then it will heal the gut sort of like that. So you do that at night. But oil pulling basically before you brush your teeth, for 10 to 20 minutes, you put a little bit of coconut oil in your mouth and you swish it around. So here at the back of your jaw are your lymph nodes, like you feel under here, these are your lymph nodes. So it has your lymphatic drainage system has pores inside your mouth. So when you are doing oil pulling, it basically draws all the toxins out of your lymphatic system, and then you expel it. It also heals your gut, as I said, but it also cleans the bacteria in your mouth. It cleans it better than toothpaste, actually. Some people actually only do oil pulling, they don't even brush their teeth, but that's up to them. But it also has whitening properties. So over time, the reason why your teeth get darker is because of the bacteria and your lifestyle and so on. But if you are doing the oil pulling, you are pulling the toxins out of your mouth all the time. And so it over time has a whitening effect on your teeth as well. And then it also helps with gums, receding gums, and any other issues that you have in your gums. Like the other night, I had toothache, and it was excruciating. And I just did some oil pulling, and the pain went away immediately. So when I speak of experience, because I try these things, because you can't just be speaking and there's no validity to what you are saying. But it really, really does work, because the thing that's causing the pain is the bacteria, toxins around the nerve or whatever is what causes the pain. So when you do the oil pulling, it's pulling out all those toxins and bacteria. So whatever issue, and it also helps with bad breath, and it rebalances the flora in your mouth as well.
I know, what happens if you swallow a little bit by accident?
Please don't, but nothing will happen because it's the toxins that's already in your body. So it will just go out. But you know, you don't
Spit it out.
You don't want to do that. You want it to come out. Just be careful of where you spit it out because it solidifies in the cold, so it could clog up your pipes after a while. So try and spit it out on plants or something because the coconut oil actives are still in there, so that they are very good and nutritious for the plants. So rather spit it on your plants, but try and do it every day. You have to do it, well, as much as possible. If you can, it would be better if you also add a little cinnamon and cloves, because that also really boosts the pulling of the bacteria. And it also helps rebuild and remineralize your teeth. Coconut oil, cloves, and cinnamon. So if you can't get to a dentist and you have issues, it takes time, but it does help. So like I can't get to a dentist, right? So I've tried these things. I make my own toothpaste with charcoal, bicarbonate of soda, a little bit of cloves, and my teeth feel so much cleaner than if I just use, and it feels clean whole day compared to normal toothpaste. And I can feel if I don't use my charcoal toothpaste, and I use normal toothpaste, then I start having issues, my teeth become sensitive and I can't eat a lot of things and things like that. But when I do oil pulling and I do the charcoal toothpaste, like it's literally, I can feel it's sort of rebuilding. Not rebuilding, but slowly rectifying whatever problems there are. It does take quite long to rebuild and regenerate, but it does.
So chocolate, what about bread?
What? Yeah, close.
Cloves.
And if you don't have coconut oil, you can use olive oil.
No, olive oil won't do oil pulling now. It must be coconut oil.
So olive oil for the navel.
Yes, you can put olive oil in the navel as well, but preferably castor oil. So castor oil in the navel then rebalances your gut flora and helps with build your immune system and so on. And then whatever's left, you can rub it around your eyes because it, it helps with your wrinkles and all of that. For the toothpaste, it depends on how big you want to use it. If it's just a normal little tub, you use 1 spoon of activated charcoal, please. Not normal charcoal. Activated charcoal, because there's a certain process that goes through. It's called pyrolysis, so it's pure and that's the most amazing thing. Activated charcoal, 1 spoon, and 1 spoon of bicarb, and then 2 or 3 spoons of coconut oil, depending on how thick you want it. And then just a few cloves in there. And you can put a little bit of peppermint essential oil for that minty taste in your breath.
And what would you suggest for sinus and maintenance?
Okay, actually, under this bone here, right, is your sinus glands. So when you press your bone sort of circles, you press under there with your thumb very hard and you do this. If it's painful, that means there's blockage. So you do that all the time and then you move up and down like that. And you'll see, no, you're trying to open up the passageway.
Okay.
So you'll see, after a while, you'll actually be able to breathe better. Because, when I have a mold issue in my room, so sometimes it affects me. And then I do this, and then my nose starts clearing up. But you can then use tea tree oil, eucalyptus, lavender, and peppermint. You can put it in some coconut oil with a little bit of olive oil, depending on how viscous you want it, and then you just rub it on these areas here. But peppermint oil also really helps with these, your sinus lines, basically. No, yes, sorry, peppermint oil and tea tree oil are the only essential oils you can use just like that out of the bottle on your skin. Every other essential oil, please don't ever use it just like that because you can get liver damage. So put it in a carrier oil. You can use any type of oil, okay, not any type of oil, preferably olive oil or coconut oil or almond oil, those types of things, not fish oil. So you can do that. But you have to put 1 or 2 or 3 drops in oil in order to use it. Especially eucalyptus. Don't ever use it just like that.